assume you're really happy with the way you're kicking right now, the way you're punting?
Yeah, it's been a good start. I guess I'm pretty happy. First 4 games, so it's a long season, so just taking it week by week. But so far, so good. So I think the coaches are happy, so that's all that matters.
When do you decide this is one I'm going to roll out on and this is one I'm just going to catch and punt? Is it something that's decided pre-snap, or do you get to kind of make that decision on your own?
Coach JP will call what play we're going to do before we go out on the field, so it'll just be a situation, whether we're backed up or closer in, and he'll decide what we're going to do.
Against Clemson, you had that punt that pinned them inside the 5 in the fourth quarter. What are you trying to do in that situation? Like, is there certain areas you're trying to kick, or with the bounces? Like, what are you trying to do in that situation?
Yeah, I guess my job when I have that limited field space is to try and pin them deep inside the 10. So I guess I'm aiming for around that area, and yeah, luckily it came off against Clemson.
Like when there's wind involved and all that, like how do you determine, do you put batsmen, how do you determine that before a punt, like what you're going to do?
Yeah, that all plays a pretty big part in it. I got to be aware of where I am on the field, whether I have a headwind or a big wind behind me, and adjust according to that. So yeah, I feel like I did a pretty good job of doing that against Clemson, and just adjusting how hard I kicked it or what type of spin I put on it so that it checked up.
Is there like a certain if you're in the 50, is there a certain area like you kind of like have in your mind you want to get the ball to? Or?
Yeah, I'd say like between the goal line and the 8-yard line, like try and pin them deep.
As Ryan Fitzgerald's holder, what have you seen out of him the first 4 weeks in the season?
Yeah, Fitzy's been on fire, hasn't he? He's been really good. So yeah, he's had a really good attitude coming out to practice every day. And even in summer, I said he was going to have a big year this year. And yeah, he's been really fun to work with again this year. And yeah, I'm really happy that he's developing and continuing to get better.
Do you see a difference in confidence for him?
Yeah, I feel like Fitz has always been confident, and yeah, this year he's really just made the most of his opportunities, and yeah, he's come out really strong so far, which is good to see.
It seemed like today you guys focus a lot on special teams. Can you talk about some of the challenges in the Virginia Tech special teams unit? Coach Norvell talked to him a little bit on Monday when we spoke to him.
Yeah, I don't really care or know too much about what they're doing, because my job should never change with respect to the opposition we're playing. I don't get caught up about the looks they do or the returns they do, because I just focus on my process and respect that, and go out and try to do my best job. So I'm sure, yeah, there might be a few challenges that come up, but I'll just do my job and keep it simple.
There are apparently over 70 Australians who are punting in Division I football right now, including 12 or 14 in the SEC.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I think there's a few in the NFL as well. So no, I don't know.
When did this start? Yeah. Like, when did this start back in Australia? Was it 10, 12 years ago? Do you remember like a specific time when punting kind of took off?
Yeah, no, there were definitely a few ex-Australian football professional players that came over and went straight to the NFL. And then that's when Nathan Chapman, the coach of Pro Group Australia, started the pipeline and started training like high school kids and ex-footy players up to come over here and start doing what we're doing. And it's definitely grown in the last 10 years, I'd say. I think early on, in like 2013, there were only about 5 boys in the program, and now there's close to 70, 80 boys in the program. So there's more coming through.
Is it all because of Australian rules football? Like, what's the correlation between that continent and then punting in America?
Yeah, no, it is. So Australian football is the sport we grew up playing.
All of you, like, yeah, it's a huge deal now.
Yeah, so like it's the same way you guys probably grow up throwing a baseball or a football or something at the age of 5. We grew up like just kicking a ball. So that's why we're able to translate that into the American game and come over here and do our job and really thrive.
How long have you been kicking a football? Like since you were 5? Or?
Yeah, probably like 3 or 4, I'd say. So yeah, a bit over 20 years probably, which is pretty funny to think about. Long time.
I don't know if it's my imagination, but it seems that, the Australian style punt, you've been doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
But it looks to me like you've gotten better at the more traditional American style.
Yeah.
Seems like you're getting more height and distance. Is that my imagination, or have you improved it?
No, I think that's obviously the biggest thing I'm trying to work on this year, my pro style punts, and that's something I've worked on with Coach JP, and we're doing a lot more of them in the games now, which is nice, and I've been able to develop that. because that's going to be important for me going to the next step. And yeah, really happy with how things are tracking.
So what is your hang time now on those style punts?
I mean, I don't know. If we're going off like an average, I'd say like pretty close to about 5 seconds of hang time for an average for my pro style punts. I can hit like some 5.5s, and yeah, I can hit them pretty high. So it's good. Yeah.
Of the other Australian punters, how many of them do you know, or how many you have connections with?
Yeah, I'm pretty close with a lot of the boys. Obviously, one of my best mates, Louis, he just went to the Saints, which is pretty cool. So I keep in close contact with him, and he's doing really well there, which is nice. And then yeah, a few other boys in the ACC that are playing. So yeah, we got a cool little group going.
Same state, you know Crenshaw at all, like the Florida punter?
Yeah, Jezza. So I get to see him every Thanksgiving when we go down there. So it'll be good to see him later in the year when we beat them.
So have you enjoyed your transition to the United States? You've been here for a few years. What's it been like?
Oh, mate, it's been unreal. Yeah, it's been really good fun. The football, just the development I've had, I feel like I can really see that now. And I'm just really excited about continuing my development and what we have in store this year at FSU. We're looking really good, and it's just so exciting to be a part of. But the whole journey itself, I guess, has just been mind-blowing. It's definitely exceeded my expectation, and I'm just so thankful that I've had this experience, and not even close to finish yet, which is exciting.
Can you take us back to that first year? What were some of the more, difficult adjustments to life away from the family and away from
my
culture?
the first year was challenging with a lot of the COVID stuff going on. I mean, I went straight from practice and went home, and we didn't have any classes, so at times it was a little bit isolated, like everybody was during that time. But I feel like the team here, we really stuck tight together, and that helped me get through that first year and all the homesickness and everything. And yeah, now we got full crowds every week, and it's nothing like that anymore, and we're doing really well. So it's completely different to that first year. So yeah, it's a lot nicer now compared to that COVID year, to be honest.
One of the punts you have where you guys are backed up and you really bombed one. How much is there extra stress when you're in a situation like that, where you know that, I mean, if you don't get a good one, it's gonna, field position's gonna be a problem?
No, I love it because I got like a full field to punt with, so I
you
can kick them a bit further. Don't have to worry about it rolling into the end zone. So yeah, I'm happy with those full field open punts. I really feel like I thrive on them, and I just stick to my process. I feel pretty calm out there, and yeah, excited to get out there, especially when I got that full field.
Was that one that felt pretty pure when you hit it?
Yeah, it felt good when it came off, and pretty happy with it.
All right.